Hello. This is the 133rd issue of Catch of the Day, available on the Branch Talk YouTube channel. Today we're going to continue reading from Doug Mitchell's book, When the Siege Has Ended, Ezekiel 5, The Judgment for the Living. Starting at the top of page 29, Jeremiah was also shown that later, when some of the Jews thought to escape the captivity of the king of Babylon by fleeing to Egypt, a symbol of the world, 1 SR 16, they too were to be pursued by the sword, just as the third part of the hair that was scattered into the wind was to be pursued by the Lord's sword. Then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye feared shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt, and the famine, whereof ye were afraid, shall follow close after you, there in Egypt, and there ye shall die. Jeremiah 42, verse 16. Thus, not only is the sword to pursue those who, like the third part of the hair, seek to avoid the controversy regarding the sins of the leadership and others by going back to the world, but famine, a lack of spiritual food, is to overtake them also. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Hebrews 10:31. Yet, through it all, Ezekiel was shown, as it were, a light at the end of the tunnel. Thus shall mine anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them, and I will be comforted. And they shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it in my zeal, when I have accomplished my fury in them. Ezekiel 5, verse 13. The Lord will be comforted when his fury comes to settle upon them, for he knows that they will then know, as a surety, that he has truly spoken in his zeal. They will truly know that whom he loves he rebukes and chastens. Revelation 3:19. Previously, in Isaiah 28, we saw where the Lord tries his people through the unrolling of the scroll until he has brought them to a point where he can rescue them from their errors. Now we'll look a little further into that prophecy and what has been said regarding it. After saying that the leaders of the people are drunk and that they err in vision, they stumble in judgment, the Lord continues, for all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk, and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, and there a little. For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing. Yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, and there a little, that they might go and fall backward, and be broken and snared and taken. Isaiah 28, 8-13. Those to whom this happens have no excuse. In his message to Judah, God is to point out the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and the refreshing. Is not that the very message God has sent us to carry to our Adventist brethren today? But sadly they will not hear. Sister White, in commenting upon these verses, has this to say: For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing. Yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little, and there a little, that they might go and fall backward, and be broken, and snared, and taken. Why? Because they did not heed the word of the Lord that came unto them. This means those who have not received instruction, but have cherished their own wisdom, and have chosen to work themselves according to their own ideas, the Lord gives these the test, that they shall either take their position to follow his counsel, or refuse to do according to their own ideas. And then the Lord will leave them to the sure result. Testimonies to Ministers, page 418, 419. 12 symbolic code, 8 and 9. Take care.